All right, guys, I wanted to give you a down and dirty explanation of the map because I won't be able to be in each room tonight. So super quickly, you will have these notes to go with it, but some of it will help make sense. So this is the map of Jesus's from the Last Supper through burial. So as marked up by Rami, our tour guide this summer, you'll see on your explanation sheet and on your map, there's like 5A, 5B, 5C. A means most likely, down to C, which is traditional, but really proven probably not likely. So we start out in the Essenes quarter in the upper room for the Last Supper. They believe it was the Essenes quarter because it was the man they were told to find with the jar of water on his head that would have been down here by the water gate. And the timing lines up for the Essenes calendar versus the traditional Orthodox calendar for when he was doing Passover. So starting out up here, and then coming down, and on the map you'll be able to see some little roads and sidewalks and little stairwells where they cut through, come all the way down, come out the water gate, which is the exit from the wall around the city, and come down here into the Garden of Gethsemane. So this is all going uphill into the city fairly steeply, so not a tiny jaunt, down to the Garden of Gethsemane, through the Watergate. Then he's arrested, goes essentially back the same way, back all the way up to Caiaphas's house, where he is held. The trial with the Sanhedrin, tortured overnight. Unfortunately, I do not have pictures of Caiaphas's house. I thought I did. Then he went, this is where we start getting into a little bit of maybes. He comes into the city proper. 5A is right here. This is the Jewish quarter, Pilate's residence when in the Jewish quarter. So Pilate is the governor of Jerusalem. So he went first to Pilate, and then Pilate said, whoa, 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 I'm the governor of Jerusalem. This has nothing to do with me because he's a Galilean. So go see Herod at his palace. So this is 6. This is also 5B. This is a possible location for where Pilate was because he did have rooms potentially in Herod's palace. So it is a possibility, but it is more likely that he was in his residence across town. So most likely went from his place to Herod's place and then back again to Pilate's. Or it could have been zip, zip, zip in the same little compound. More likely he was going back and forth across town. Finally, it was decided that he would be beaten, taken through town. He would have walked through those market streets that we had pictures of last week. And then we have 2 potential crucifixion sites. One is here. This would have originally at that time been immediately outside the city walls. They have found archaeological stuff that says there were crucifixions and things here. We can't say for sure it was Jesus's, but it's most like because I mean they were done all over the place. Or it's over here. This is the more. This is off the Via Dolorosa. It is called. Where did I put it? Sorry. Oh, that's a different spot. But it's a little more touristy spot. It's where they've got the garden tomb, and it's kind of a replica and stuff. It's possible. They said, I don't know, 50 years or so ago, this was possibly the spot because the cliff front that was right there looked like the face of a skull. Well, that was not 2,000 years ago. That was a few decades ago. So they've pretty well proven this is probably not it. This is most likely it. The other possibility for a couple of these places for where Pilate was staying is over here. And this is, again, it's the more commercial spot. It's off of the Via Dolorosa, which has traditionally been, when you go walk the Via Dolorosa, it's the way they say that Jesus would have walked. And now, since then, they've proved that's probably not it at all. But it is the Ecce Homo where they say that potentially Pilate displayed Jesus because there was an arch there and things like that. Archaeologists have now gone back and went, that arch was not existent 2,000 years ago. So this is a third location. Rami was like, we have to put it on there because this is where like their church is built and all that kind of stuff. But most likely went with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5A, 6, 7A, 8 A kind of deal. So that's your map for tonight.